This is me attempting to fix this dead, die-hard electric ratchet. First things first is take out the battery, and then I'll take out all the Phillips head screws. They're probably Phillips 1 head, and then take out this pin so I can take out this handle. Took out 6 small Phillips head screws. Now I'm going to go on. I'm going to leave these alone for now, but you need something to push out the pin. That pin was a lot harder to get out than Milwaukee's, but I actually was wrong. You need to take out these 4 Phillips 2 screws. Then you'll split the whole body in half. Make sure to remember how it came apart so you can put it right back together. If it's fighting you like this one is, it's really hard to get out. You can give this one a little bit of a twist, and you're probably halfway out with the pin, and you need pliers to get the pin all the way out. That's the lockout tab. Took that out. Finally got this pin out. Probably going to oil this to put it back together. And now you're going to separate the motor from the head thingy. So you're just going to use something to take out this pin and that pin. Maybe you can even get it out with your own fingers. I just used some tweezers, and the other one I shook out. Just shook the motor and this housing until it came out loose as I was pulling it. I'm gonna take it out and see why it's not moving. I plugged in the battery again to test it. Press the button and it's not moving much. So I looked through this tiny hole. Right there. And you can see that there's a tiny bit of magnet poking out. If you look at the other hole, the magnet is on the inside, so the internal magnet on this motor is broken. So I'd have to replace this motor or take it apart. And I don't know how to take apart this motor, and it's probably not worth it. So yeah, this is probably going in the trash now. Or will my RC car motor work? Let's try that. Force the motor to move with the plier. This is not fixed, but I'm going to show you that now that I've broken the magnet, it can still spin over. After breaking it loose a couple of times, it looks like it's going to work halfway. This motor is geared down so much that I think it's going to be fine working with only one of the 2 magnets. This sounds kind of like an engine. Listen. So yeah, let's see how long it lasts. So to put it back together, you're gonna get these pins and you want to lay out the motor and this button thingy in here and make sure the motor wires aren't twisted too much. Then you'll align the motor in here and put in the 2 pins, one in here in the middle and the other one on the other side in the middle, making sure to remember that the anvil side goes towards the button, so they're facing the same direction. Also, don't make sure that you don't forget any of the planets and the carrier in the bottom here. You can grease it up, but this one felt pretty greasy, so I'm going to leave it alone. To put the motor in the collar thingy, you'll spin it back and forth a bunch of times until it goes in all the way. This one popped or clicked 2 or 3 times until it went in all the way. Then you'll want to align the holes on here so that you can see the threads on the inside. So you can see there's threads right there and threads right there, and then you'll put the pin right there in the middle. So you want to align it so with the anvil pointing towards you. Hole, thread, thread. You can put in 2 screws like I did to make it easier, so you're sure that you put it in right. Once you put in the 2 screws, you can put in the 2 pins, that one and that one. Alright, to put it back together, you'll get the side that says Die Hard. Put it down on the ground, in this case the floor. Take your thing, get these 2 pins aligned to these 2 detents. Make sure the anvil is pointing towards this notch where the trigger goes. Put it in like so, 2 pins. Then you will take the button. You'll notice there's 4 corners like a square. Take it and put it in between all 4. There were only 2, but you get the idea. There and there, it's in the middle, sits tight, you can press the button. Then you'll take this, the charger, and put it inside of that slot right there. Like so. You can see it's in the slot. And you'll take this, 3 LEDs. You can see the 3 holes. And put it down there. Also make sure to align it with that and that. So once you've got it in that slot and that slot, you'll take this on-off switch, lockout button. You can throw it away if you don't like it, but you should put it in there just in case so dust doesn't go in. And you'll put it in. It won't move back and forth because there's a slot it goes in. Then you take the other side, make sure it's pointing the same way, and put it on like so. Once you make sure all of those are tight, you'll put in at least 2 screws diagonally, put in the battery and test it. So I've put in 2 screws, one right here and one on the opposite diagonal side on the other side of the case, and plugged in the battery. So press. Alright, works. So now I just put in these 2, 4, 6 screws and the pin. Alright, don't forget to tighten the 4 screws, the other 2. Put in these 6 screws, put oil on this pin, and then you'll get the handle, put it in, and then put the pin in the handle. You don't have to put the handle back, you can leave it as a button, but I'm going to put it back to how it was. You can see that it's aligned, the hole in the handle and the plastic, and then I'm going to push it in. I hammered it in with the plier, and then just use the plier to put it in all the way. Yep. Works. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.